Hello everybody, welcome back to Drunken Sailor. I am Bill, your Drunken Sailor. Well, as you can see, we're outside today. It's a beautiful day. It's too nice to be sitting inside the bar, so we brought the bar outside. It's autumn here. It's in the 80s. It's warmer than most of the days we've had this summer, so we're celebrating. But it's also apple season, so we're celebrating. What are we going to celebrate? Well, we're going to celebrate 2 apple cocktails today. The first one is called the Apple Bourbon Refresher, and the second one is an apple margarita. So let's get pouring. The first cocktail that we're going to do is the Apple Refresher. And we're going to take a shaker, and we are going to start with some cinnamon syrup, and we're going to use 1/2 ounce. The next thing that we're putting in there is the apple cider. This is freshly pressed apple cider. We've probably got about 10 orchards within 15 miles of the house, so this time of year there's always fresh apples around and fresh cider. And we are going to use 1 ounce of fresh cider in there. The next ingredient in there is, could it be a Fall Bourbon Refresher without the bourbon? No, we're going to use Rowan's Creek, and we are going to use 2 ounces of Rowan Creek. We are going to take and throw some ice in there. We're going to give this a good shake, and that's going to chill it down. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to ice up our old-fashioned glass. Somebody likes the idea. And then simply we're going to give this a pour. Last but not least is our garnish. And what I've done here is I've taken some apple slices. I've sprinkled on there a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. And then you just take your torch and you toast it, and that goes on top. And that's our first cocktail, the Fall Bourbon Refresher. And now we're going to do our apple margarita. So we've got our shaker, and we are going to start in here with 1.5 ounces this time of fresh apple cider. Next in there, because it is such a full autumn colored drink, we're using 2 ounces of tequila. Today we're using an año, so a little bit seasoned, a little bit darker in color, and this is from Tres Agaves. And we're going to put 2 ounces of tequila in there. Our next ingredient is some maple syrup, and we are going to use 1/2 ounce of maple syrup. Make this one filled with nice, fresh, outdoorsy flavors. And this is actually maple syrup, and if you see behind me some maple trees, that's where the maple syrup came from. Our last ingredient in here is orange liqueur, and today we're using the Cointreau, and we're going to put 1 ounce in there. So it's all pretty much the typical margarita ingredients. Next, we're going to put a little bit of ice in there. And we're going to give this a really good shake. We're going to chill it down. Put that aside. And next what we're going to do is take a little bit of apple juice, and we're going to throw that on our rim of our margarita glass, just to get a little bit of wet in there. And we're going to rim this glass with our cinnamon sugar mixture again. Got that nice fall flavor on there. We're going to give this a pour. And now we're going to garnish. We're just going to simply use a nice fresh apple slice, and that goes on the top of the side of the glass. And there you have the Apple Cider Margarita and the Fall Bourbon Refresher. apple drinks 2 ways. Cheers, everyone.